It is August 16th, Friday, 2013. I am with a feature article that was published on my work, on my Holocaust education artwork, about the Under the Wings of God Holocaust art series, published in the Seattle Times, Thursday, November 14th, 1996, authored by Seattle Times staff reporter Florangela Davila, which included a photograph by then staff photographer Betty Udesen. In the photograph, I'm seen with two artworks from the Under the Wings of God series. The drawing behind me was on the wall in progress, begun in 1996, Young Man with Star of David armband in the Warsaw Ghetto, which evolved into the first mosaic-drawing combo of the series, was completed 2 years after the article was printed, or 3 years, in 1999. The drawing on the easel is called Child with Quilt, inspired by a Warsaw Ghetto photo of a young child, a black and white photo, on which I had done stitching and stitched on pieces of fabric, and also had it has like kind of leaping dogs or ponies per the quilt. And at that time, it was the only artwork with collage I'd ever done. I managed to get through 7 years of undergraduate and graduate school art studies without even doing a collage, so I made up for lost time. This is a reproduction of the first life-size drawing in the series, called Girl in Rags in the Warsaw Ghetto. I'm going to read a brief quote from Florangela Davila's writing. The Holocaust, Segan says, is something people usually don't want to talk about, and Holocaust art is something people usually don't want to see. But the series, which is designed for children, allows people to transcend the horror. Quote, in my own way, I'm opening the subject up to people who might otherwise have turned away. Someone asked me once if I was sanitizing the Holocaust. I said, no, it's artistic interpretation. You don't need to show the piles of bodies in a grave in order to show the horror. Further on, the children especially wonder, which is good, Segan says, because it allows them to talk about the people first and then about the way they died, and lessons about tolerance now. I tell them, this may seem like ancient history, like your grandparents, but people are getting killed, persecuted today. I have a personal goal and need to bring the Holocaust out of history and into the present. End of quote. The exhibit, the article overlapped a large exhibit of, there were between 20 and 22 works, including the first two life-size drawings, including this one here, Girl in Rags in the Warsaw Ghetto. It was held at the Washington State Convention and Trade Center over on Pike, right near downtown in the interstate, and it was on display for the Council of Jewish Federations of North America annual convention. There you have it. Thank you, Seattle Times, and the staff writers and photographers.